Assange! Free him now! Free 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 Assange!
We're here to support Julian Assange and the WikiLeaks organisation, and of course free speech and freedom of the press, which are two absolute bulwarks of our society.
Hopefully this is proof that our judicial system is independent of our government. Hopefully it's independent of American pressure.
Julian Assange has done the world a service in terms of telling the real stories about the war in Iraq and Afghanistan. And the first bit of WikiLeaks I saw was the helicopter shooting of Al Jazeera, of Reuters photographers in April, and I was just so shocked at the mentality of the Americans who were just treating it as a computer game. And I think the more the world knows about these things, the better. And I think he's a very brave man, and it's a way of using the internet in a positive way for freedom and justice.
Free Julian now! Free Julian now!
Really, this whole case is about the struggle against state secrecy, for freedom of information, for transparency, honesty, and open government. Those are the core issues behind this particular case. It is absolutely ironic that war criminals and human rights abusers roam free. They are not in a court, they are not being held to account for their actions, but the people who have exposed them, WikiLeaks and Julian Assange, are under unprecedented attack and victimization.
I'm a little bit surprised I'm here today actually, because I've never protested anything in my life. But I'm tired of sitting in my armchair. I think this is really important. Feels like a pivotal moment because it's all about freedom. I went to see John Pilger's film last night, The War You Don't See, and the point was made that governments are really afraid of the public. And if that's the case, then I want them to be afraid, because it's about time we all stood up and said something.
And all people do is sit there and take it, eat it, instead of saying, no, I'm not having that, thank you very much. Shame on us all! Shame on us! Yes, shame on us!
Free Assange! Free him now! Free Assange! Free him now!
The idea of using these shenanigans to try to hold somebody, that's just wrong. That's just wrong. So it's that straightforward. So however you feel about details, about however you feel about the way secret documents should be treated by governments, however you feel about that, what's happening here is just wrong.
I want to know the truth, and I support this man for taking the brave step to actually let us know what is really going on. I do not want to see him made an example of in order to make everyone else quiet and discipline us. I want to see him come out of there and to continue to lead this kind of change so that we actually know what is going on.
Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now!
Drop the extradition! Stop the extradition! Stop the extradition! Stop the extradition! Stop the extradition!
This is a country that can allow Pinochet house arrests, mass murderer, and then allow him to go free, and can bang up someone who has just posted documents that are published in a newspaper in Britain, The Guardian, that the BBC uses the documents virtually every day in news items, and yet they'll bang up the messenger. So I think it's symbolic, really.
But where does it go from here?
Well, it's a minor skirmish in a long war, I think.